welcome to Blades and Banners, a Tales of the Valiant actual play show set in the Eberron campaign world. Colin, what happened last time?
Oh, what didn't? We went and met up at the bar, and as we were explaining the very little that we had learned, the dwarf arrived, and we learned that their business was not on the up and up, and so we proceeded to debate on what we should do. That's the episode. We almost summoned the image of a linguistically challenged moment in that of a tree person as a distraction, but we did not. Instead, we sat in an adorable little coffee shop and waited for the dwarf and his skeleton entourage to come and retrieve what we would discover were vials of some kind of magical powder. And we have followed him away from the ship. And that's it. That's the episode. It took us an hour. It's the episode.
It's a good hour.
Rude first.
I don't know if sounds accurate.
You could. Accuracy can be rude. I mean,
Two things can be true. Two things can be true.
Reach.
Okay. Well.
And I would just, I wanted to clarify something from the end of last episode. So Heina decided that she was going to hang back when the others went to follow the crates because she thought she was too big to be unseen. So she said, you guys go ahead. I'll stay here. Let me know if you need me.
Having another espresso because we need
Correct.
more caffeinated.
Yes.
It's going to be vibrating by the time we get back.
Okay. So, the dwarf has headed down an alley, and you all have followed down the misty alley in pursuit, presumably maintaining some kind of distance in an attempt to be stealthified.
So,
Indeed.
do you think you'd be able to knock just him out and I could try to snag us one of those crates? Just one.
I'm relatively confident that I could knock out the dwarf, depending on his haughtiness, but yes.
Because I'm inclined to be of the belief that his not boys over there would stay with him if he were unconscious and we made a dash for it. I don't think we need to disrupt the entirety of the shipment here.
I was going to ask Philip, is there any way to determine the distinction between a fully autonomous skeleton being versus an animated construct?
That's fair.
Yeah. Sure. Give me a
There
check
is, just not for
using Arcana.
Can I do that as well?
Because I
Can you do that instead? Because I have a +1.
Very
so
good
I
at
cannot
that.
imagine.
21.
You think that these skeletons,
Nice.
based on their behavior, are autonomous from the dwarf.
Great. Everything I said I didn't say. That's the episode.
That's good information.
So then what are we going to do? Because we're just kind of lingering and
Right,
following
and we've not
this.
a lot of time to make this decision. I think trying to snag one on the way is our best course of action.
All right, so do you want me to knock out the dwarf?
A whole box? Or do we just...
Right.
Right.
How
so
many
knock out the
crates
dwarf, give you a whole box.
Were there? Because you said that they were able to be carried by a person.
There are 3 crates on the cart.
Oh, Lord.
I had a smattering of dice, but not 8d8. So in case I need to cast sleep, I my dice back.
Any opposition? I think there's a better way here.
Surely, but I don't know what it is. We're just gonna run with a crate? Maybe pop it open and take one? If they're out anyways?
Perhaps, but we're talking about the time it would take to open a crate. I think if we can't carry it, maybe then we worry about that.
And crates are much harder to hide than just individual, but this is taking up time. Okay. Let's do it.
Go.
Right.
Orin throws a handful of sand up in the air and speaks an incantation and casts sleep on a point next to the dwarf.
Roll those dice.
God, this is gonna be this is like a level 17 NPC. Like
We found a demigod.
decent set of rolls.
We maybe should have found out information about the dwarf.
Does the dwarf have 42 or fewer hit points?
No. So what you see happen is the dwarf's body slumps forward and his head drifts to the side. And the skeletons continue to pull the cart.
And you said that they were each on
Wait.
either side?
There are two on either side.
Okay.
But you said I asked, does he have 42 or fewer? And you
Mhm.
said no. So he has more.
I know what I said.
Can I tell that the spell didn't work?
Make an insight check.
Son of a 7. I'm going to spend... I have 3 points of luck. I'm going to roll
Nice.
a d8.
Okay.
10.
You see him shift forward and his head lolls off to the side.
Finian is
Okay,
gonna
then
try
Orin's
to
like, go.
try to walk up to the back and see if he can grab one of the crates to pull as the cart moves forward.
And right at that point, the dwarf turns around and levels a hand crossbow at you. Good evening.
How are you then, sir?
Right, so which of you wants to start explaining? Because
Is the cart
the
still
little
rolling?
one... no, the skeleton's stopped.
Cool.
Because the little one in the hat was there at the bar.
A lot of people
And
go to
you
bars.
all- And then you all congregating around the pier. And now here you are, trying to lift some of my cargo.
I can appreciate how that seems.
Oh,
From
seems.
Perspective.
And you're going to tell me how it is.
No, just how it seems from our perspective. We're not interested in your side of having it, because don't know you, frankly. So no reason for animosity here, lad. We're more interested in who you procured these from, and causing inconvenience to them. Apologies if you're collateral in this moment.
Well, I invite you to go back the way you came and cause all the inconvenience to them that you want.
It would be of a great inconvenience to them if there were a way that we could perhaps be of a service to you to remove them from any equation of profitability in these areas.
It's a lot of words.
I've already paid them. You wanna
Right,
go
for
back and
this
rob
time.
them, I invite you.
Oh, that's a good thought. Is there any need for secrecy about what's in the crates? No? Yes?
It's none of your business.
Ooh, spicy.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Could that information be purchased? Could I make it our business? And just
And what
for
are you offering?
even though the currency that I have is different, just for sake of Orin, like palming, like pulls 2 platinum in between his fingers.
Let me offer you a bit of unsolicited advice. You think you're playing some sort of prank on the Riptide Principality. You don't want to be on the wrong side of the person at the other end of this road.
Two more platinum pieces. I think yes. Thank you for the unsolicited advice. Much appreciated. I feel like we have exhausted enough of your time. So perhaps we should make haste.
And he
Right.
gives a whistle, and the skeletons begin pulling away. He's still turned in the cart with a hand crossbow leveled on Finian.
Finian does not turn around and will maintain eye contact as long as he's facing towards. While still looking ahead at him. All right. Well, we're no farther along then, are we?
So that could have gone better. Could have gone worse. He could have
Yes.
shot you.
Right.
Can I?
I don't know, but maybe if we fought. Sorry, Sahina.
No, Mia was just going to ask how far away from our Zippity Doo-Dah coffee shop this whole event happened. How many
You're
feet?
probably 100 feet away from the coffee shop
100
by this
feet.
point.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right. Thank you.
I mean, you would absolutely have seen them go down the alley, so you could definitely have decided, well, we're going, so go. Like there's nothing that requires you to still be sitting at the coffee shop.
Okay. I was just wondering if I could have been witnessing this happening from where I was, and the answer is no.
Correct.
So,
yeah, not from there.
All right.
The cart is far enough that he cannot hear us having conversation of what to do next.
Probably.
Okay, well that wasn't great. What is better information? Knowing who is at the other end of that road or what's in the vial?
I think we know that there's something fishy going on between the Ashfoods and somebody in Vale. I think that is enough to start us down a path, but I think we are ill-equipped this time to continue too far down that path, because that dwarf was a fairly beefy fellow. that spell should have. I mean, I didn't botch the casting, I guess. So the fact that it did not affect him gives me pause for angering him further until a later date.
If y'all would follow, Ellie Wise would be having this conversation while heading back towards Sahina.
Yeah. As long as I've broken eye contact with the dwarf, because Finian will not be surrendering that moment.
Okay. Yes, the cart eventually turns around a corner.
That would be when Finian turns to face front and participate.
You said he was beefy. Y'all did not seem to want to go to the direction of, attacking him, which we could have done, and that would get us information about the vial. I could also fly after them and see who they're delivering it to.
Yes, do. I mean,
oh,
would that be?
I don't think we need to wait. Yeah, do that.
Yeah, right.
Fly, you fool.
Yes.
I was just quoting a book. I don't think you're all fools.
Been called worse. Then Philip, I would like to turn into an owl.
I
have the
I need
stats
to double
for
check that this is right. But oh. I was about to regrettably tell you that a second level druid can't wild shape into something with a flying speed, but that's not true in Tales of the Valiant.
I thought I followed the rules. I get 2 beast shapes.
Yep. Yeah, there appears to be no such restriction in Tales of the Valiant.
Low-level characters are something else in this system.
It's cool.
If you needed more reason to try this system.
Right?
Oh, no, I'm very in favor of that change. I just wanted to make sure I was, in fact, following the rules. So, yes, you may turn into an owl and fly after them. And you said you have found the stats for an owl, so I will not bother looking that up.
I have stealth of 19 when flying.
Awesome.
Because owls don't make sound when they fly.
People are going to look for that owl and go, who?
Oh.
Who?
Oh, I'm sorry. Am I not supposed to laugh?
I'm the one he didn't want to have invited back for this. We'll be right back.
You notice how everyone else is having a good time, Colin?
Everyone else. Everyone else.
I see smiles around the table, except for you.
You weren't looking at the right time.
Anyway.
And my perception when perceiving by hearing or sight is 20.
Okay, that means you have a plus 10 modifier. So those are your passives. So that means you have a plus 10 modifier. So since you are needing to relocate the person, give me a perception check as an owl, meaning you get a plus 10.
I rolled a 20. A natural 20.
That's amazing.
Not only do you immediately spot the wagon, there are also several seemingly very off their guard mice at various points along your flight path. So it is, but you know. Okay, so you fly after the cart with a stealth of 19. Yeah. Okay, so you're invisible to this person, so there's no reason to belabor this point. You follow the cart. So the cart winds its way through the streets of Vale to a little shack That's underplaying. A small house. That looks a little bit ramshackle. Kind of, again, Vale leans into its theme, kind of a crooked chimney, Merlin's cottage from
yes.
Sword in the Stone. Yeah. And the carts stop there. The dwarf stands up, looks around, while the skeletons come to the back and pull the crates out of the back of the cart. And then the dwarf walks over to the door. He knocks 3 times rapidly, twice slowly, and then twice rapidly, and then takes out a key and unlocks the door. Are you going to try to get close and listen for what's going on inside the house? Or is that all the information you want to grab and go? What do you want to do?
No, I want more information.
Okay.
Just a quick clarifying question: was the key in his pocket or on his belt?
It was in his pocket.
Okay.
Okay, so you want more information. How are you going to do that?
I am going to land closer to the house. Guess I will not be flying. Unless... Well, I do have to land. Is there a chimney?
There is. I, in fact, very specifically described a crooked little chimney, didn't I?
You did, in fact.
So if I am on the chimney, can I hear voices coming up from it?
Well, that will depend upon a perception check. So
Can't think of why the flue would be closed.
You fly over and land on the edge of the chimney, and sort of swivel your little owl head over. This is a really important question. What kind of owl does Ellie-Wise turn into?
I knew it.
I had not chosen, but I kept picturing a snowy owl.
Oh, okay. I was wondering if all of Ellie-Wise's like wild shapes maintained her kind of gothy themed.
Right?
Okay.
Now I need to go research owls.
Yes.
I reserve the right to change that appearance.
You can change that appearance literally every time you wild shape. So there's some kind of owl whose eyes reflect red. Like it looks like something out of a horror. And I can't remember what it's called. I saw it just the other day. I saw a picture of it. Anyway.
Stygian.
The Stygian owl has red eyes.
Wow.
Yes, apparently.
There is a black banded owl.
Ooh.
And
also good.
It is a black face with gray and black stripes.
Nice.
Whoa.
I love it.
I change it. That's what I am. I didn't say
Black
snowy
band.
owl out loud.
That is... Yeah,
Pretty.
Audience members, if you haven't, you should Google image search that because that owl is a goth.
That is.
Oh God.
That is an owl. That is an owl designed by Tim Burton.
Fall, they crash around me.
Okay, so you tilt your head over and listen and make a perception check, and you're how about with a plus 10?
All right. Okay, that did not land flat, so I'm re-rolling. I apologize.
Fair enough.
28.
Okay. So
I love how we get into situations where it's like, hey, how do we fix this problem? And then Casey just goes, oh, Ellywise can fix that. And then just like...
So what you hear. Was there any trouble acquiring the cargo, Korga? Some looky-loos, I think. Just looking to cause trouble for Riptide, I think. Nothing. Let her know what they're in. Should they be dealt with? Probably not necessary, my lady. Very well. And you passed on the instructions. Yeah, the new formula. Send it along. Good. You hear the sound of a crate being opened. Very good. Well done. Should maintain your post here for now. I'll take these out through the basement. As you will, my lady. How many folk have you recruited here? There are a number who are sympathetic to the cause already. But, maintaining a low profile as you ordered. Good. Good. Cultivate those relationships. For the moment, Kalis serves our purposes. We can reach out to him eventually, but for now, cultivate relationships, and then new contacts. See that all is kept in readiness, and maintain communication with Red Watch. As you wish, Lady Demise. And then you hear a door open, and footsteps across the room, several footsteps across the room, and then a door closes.
Can I just
Did I
say
hear-
that?
Oh.
I was
Nope.
just going to say that I'm very sorry my mic was muted when I heard the name because I went, the end.
Did I hear the word Citadel around talking about the new formula?
No.
What word did I hear? Okay.
And then
He said he passed along the new formula. I'm not sure.
And then can I clarify, she said that Callus was that Callus wasn't informed but still serving their purposes. Is that
Yes.
accurate? Okay.
Yeah, you definitely got the impression. Yes, the impression was definitely that Callus is not involved in whatever's happening here.
What was the name of the dwarf? Korga?
Korga.
Okay.
So conversation has ended. Sorry, Philip. I know minutia details. Footsteps departing.
Mm-hmm. You
Um,
heard, you heard several footsteps and then a door closing.
Okay. I heard she said that she would take the crate out through the basement.
Yes.
Can I fly around looking for a possible exit?
Sure.
Okay.
You can take to the air, circle a bit, give me a perception check.
19.
You don't see anywhere that some sort of secret door would come out.
These lattes are quite good.
I could go for a bigger serving of them for the money, if I'm honest.
It's more about
There's been a shift change in the time being, and the staff of Exhumed are now entirely undead for the night shift.
I will say I appreciate that they use a little bit less of the simple sugar.
What were you saying, Casey?
Not hearing anything more. I'm not going to stay longer to continue to spy. Well, I might come back, but I will return to my crew.
Okay. A big creepy owl lands on the roof above you.
My
or on the table.
lord!
I don't know.
No, I
So
definitely
we can
picture her
pull this
landing on the
crossbow.
roof, transforming, and then sort of like hopping down.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like an omen of
Oi.
doom. This big creepy owl lands.
Yes,
And
that's the effect I'm going for.
We'll assume that the guys have brought Sohina up to speed as to what's going on.
Yeah.
Yes.
No.
Listen, man,
If you want to know what happened, you should come along.
you want to be successful, you can't be 7 feet tall.
Well, we
Should've
weren't
thought that
successful
before You were
anyways.
so tall. What? We weren't successful. What happened?
I found the house they delivered it to. They dropped it off at, and she's looking around. Can I roll perception or insight to see if anybody can hear or is listening
You
in?
can roll perception, I think.
25.
Good night.
My dice being really nice to me now. It was not earlier. But
With that check, Eliwise, you're pretty confident that no one is paying much attention to your table.
the dwarf's name is Korga, and they took the crates to Lady Demise, and she mentioned keeping in touch with the Red Watch, and Callus is not involved. Do any of these things mean anything to y'all?
Can I roll
All
a
of you know
check
that
to
Red
find out?
Watch. All of you know that Red Watch is the home island of the Riptide Principality.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yes, we do.
Red Watch is also the name of an elite city watch in Sharn, and I was confused for a second.
That's the Red Cloaks.
Red Cloaks, not Red Watch. I'm less confused.
Or more, depending
Callus-
on perspective.
Callus is the founder of Vale and kind of the lord over all of this. So that's who Callus is. That they were referencing. Former captain in the Khan
Right, I knew
Kanathi
that one.
Navy. Oh, okay. You said, do any of those words mean anything? So I was.
No, you're right.
for the
You're
simple
right.
words.
I meant Red Watch, but I remember that I know what Red Watch is now.
Do you mention the new formula bit?
Oh yeah, no, I tell y'all everything. I know the secret knock to the door.
Oh.
Korga holds the key to the door. Korga passed along the new formula to the people, and Lady Demise is taking the crates out through the basement, and they've recruited folk who are sympathetic, and they're supposed to cultivate relationships.
Well,
I
is
couldn't
it
find the
in
secret
fact get
basement
bigger?
exit.
I somehow did not hear the word demise during that whole conversation.
Are you serious?
Yep, that's why I had no reaction to it.
I
was just like,
was wondering where everybody else's reactions were.
I stared straight at the camera. I don't know how many times I have
My
to kill this
notes
lady.
have her name blocked and with exclamation points.
totally missed. I think I misheard the word citadel and was like, "Oh, that seems important." Okay. So that
I don't know what you're talking about.
envelope
None of you know none of you have any idea who that means.
Yep.
Weird
Not
name.
a single character.
So the envelope that he passed along must be the new formula. So we could take that. Could try to take that.
Troy seems to be a pretty pivotal word in that scenario. Not
We do like trying
opposed.
a lot.
You're right, lass. We do, in fact, certainly attempt things.
Not everything.
That's true. We haven't tried the tree people yet.
I don't think we need to be trying to just shoehorn tree people into every possible assignment we come across. I think we should nip this in the bud early here.
We will. Ellie Wise will totally do it.
All right.
In the bud. I'm going to nip the tree person in the bud.
I said what I said, Philip. I said what I said.
So are we going to try to get the new formula off of the Riptide ship, Whisper? Or we're just going to call this what it is and go home?
The fact that none of you are reacting to Casey hooting at us out of her owl form is an absolute travesty that I will not tolerate.
Oh, God.
Could you just fly on board that ship as an owl and grab the envelope and get out?
I could fly it on that ship as an owl. I would probably. Well, where is the envelope? Is it
Which one did it get
Armand.
handed to? Armand.
Armand?
Which one is Armand?
Yeah.
Armand is Kiefer Sutherland.
Okay. Blonde one.
I forgot about this bit.
I did forget about that part.
Ridiculous.
I mean, I doubt he's just gonna like have it held out and I could like swoop in and grab it.
He's
Although
playing
maybe
keep away
he's
with a shorter person. I've got the envelope. I've got the envelope.
I
We
mean,
don't
were they
know
all
he's not.
humans? What were the races of all the people on the ship? Were they humans?
The trio in the bar were humans. The guard that Finian talked to was a Korovar. When everybody was unloading things, you saw that one of the other armed guards on the ship was a half-orc, and the other two were humans. So mostly humans.
So they all have to sleep.
True.
Well, if that's the case, I probably wouldn't go in as an owl.
No. What would you go in as then?
Well,
Something
owls walking
sneaky.
around are not stealthier than humans. The talons are a little bit loud on the wood decks.
Sneak.
What could you turn into that would be the sneakiest possible thing you could be? That could still grab a letter.
Ironically, the owl is sneakier than the snake,
I
You're not
mean,
just a
even
sneaky
when
little
walking
snake?
around. What has happened? Nope.
Anybody else have any? Finian, can you use your patch list to see where the envelope is?
Perhaps I don't, depending on where he is, because I can only see so far.
From our coffee shop, are there guards still walking around on the deck of the ship?
Actually, what you can see is the guards seem to be making ready to. They seem to be making the ship ready.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say you see Armand teasing one of the shorter people holding the envelope up. This whole time.
If we were, that would be the sort of thing you would need to spend triumphs on in Genesis to make happen.
Yeah.
The system allows for a lot, but
if he's staying too far back on the ship, I couldn't see all the way back there before from the dock, so I don't know. I'm down to try and see what I can see.
Can it hurt anything?
I suppose not, other than perhaps drawing more attention to myself. But if they're leaving, they're leaving. It won't really matter at this point, will it?
Right.
So stands up to walk back down the pier, carrying his coffee.
Sure.
On a jaunty little stroll. One last
looking nonchalant.
Look at the ship here, the specimen that she is.
What are you trying to get a view of?
Where Armand is.
Okay. So you can't see Armand aboard on deck.
Okay.
You just knowing ships, you would guess that if there's an officer's cabin, it's probably towards the aft, close to the helm. And so you can kind of you can probably, if you go all the way down to the end of the pier, you can probably get just within range of that. And when you trigger your your X-ray vision, you can see that there is a smallish cabin set into the stern of the ship, with a bunk in the wall, and you can see Armand moving around the cabin. He walks over to a small desk set against one of the walls. Which looks really weird because it's set against the wall that you're nearest to, and so it's like it's just sort of floating there.
Yep.
And then crosses the room, puts his hat on a hat tree.
And he's in the officer's room?
Yes, he appeared that he's in what you would guess to be an officer's cabin.
And as we previously described, that would potentially be the only room that would have a window. Can I see one?
Yeah, there's a window on the back of the ship. Sure, yeah.
Okay. Can I tell if it's swung open? Obviously, from a distance, I wouldn't know if it was unlocked or not. But does it appear to be open?
You got a luck point?
I'm going to answer you fully honestly. I don't know, because my character sheet reset.
Because your character sheet
I don't
reset.
know. Does anyone have a luck point they'll give me?
I'll tell you what.
Yes.
This is dangerous at this level, but I'll tell you what. I will offer you.
Oh no. It begins.
I will offer you an open window in exchange for you rolling a hit die.
Man, this is very dangerous at this level.
I mean, it can only max out at half your hit points.
Can I ask one more question before I answer this offer?
Sure.
Okay. He is sitting at a desk facing my direction, essentially.
No, he came over to the desk and then he's walked away from the desk.
Right, the desk is facing my direction.
The desk is near to you, yes.
So then to his right is where the window would be.
Yes.
So he would not, if sitting at the desk, be looking at the window. So, okay, I'm going to take it. There's a chance for her to sneak in.
Would it be fair to say that if you were
I'd like to know at this juncture whether or not. Okay, it's 5. I lose 5
Crossed
points.
over. You lose 5 hit points. Yeah, you watch as Armand walks over and opens the window to let in the night breeze, and then walks back over to. He's changing clothes.
Okay, I return to inform them of that immediately so that Ellie has this information.
Owl powers activate.
Go, gadget owl.
Well, I know we just made a joke about this, but Philip, would you say,
What did you say?
would you say that
I would like to know your thoughts as to whether or not.
I'm so sorry. Sitting
I don't
at
know.
this cafe, enjoying a nice espresso with Sahina, would you not agree that that was a short rest?
Oh no!
I would not agree that was a short rest.
Oh.
Also, Oren's here.
She said what she said, Eric. She said
has
what
not-
she said.
It has not been an hour.
Finian, that is great information, but if we could just wait another 42 minutes, I would love to do that. Actually, given that we don't have that time, can I go look at the window and see how big it is?
So the window is facing away. As you go to sort of try and get a view of it, you can see that there are some boats being made ready to be taken out to sort of to tug the ship, because you can't put a sailing ship in reverse. So they use tugs to tow them away from the dock and out into the channel again. And you can see there are people making those boats ready to go out and hook up to the Whisper. But yeah, you can't get around the back of the Whisper.
Finian, you think the window would be big enough for a giant owl to fit through?
You
Philip,
do
do I
think
think that? I thought.
Yep.
I do. You've the space for as,
Awesome. Okay.
as majestic as you are. It's a lot of window.
That's fantastic. It's a lot of bird.
So can you turn into an owl and go?
Right this very minute? No.
I believe that the minutes are getting shorter. Oh, well. Anybody else turn into any flying animals?
Not while I'm awake, anyways.
I have a question. What does create familiar look like?
I have that same question.
this is a ritual, right?
Correct.
So it takes a bunch of time.
Oh,
and
an hour.
My understanding is that's Aggie.
That is Aggie.
Is
Okay.
your familiar.
Yep.
Yeah.
Got you. Never mind.
Philip, how hard would it be to... It's nighttime.
It's nighttime.
Would you say that...
I would like to know
It's-
your proclivities on.
It's quite dark. It's after midnight.
How difficult would it be for someone... So the tugboats are already behind the ship getting hooked up. So
No, they're making ready to go out.
So could someone theoretically try to swim along the edge of the ship and climb up to the window?
Sure. I've played Assassin's Creed. That's totally doable. All sailing ships have really convenient little ledges and things for you to.
It's true.
Okay.
Yes. Sorry. Yes, I'm not.
I can try to go get it. I'm a very adept swimmer. And I don't feel like we have any other options, and we're running out of time. So unless somebody has a really good idea right now, I'm going to start standing up, and I'm going to start taking off my
I can
jacket
just
and-
fly in a little bit. Is-
Finian reaches up to take your jacket from you.
I was thinking. Oh, the last 2 times you said you were good at something, it just didn't go quite the way that you said that it might go.
No.
Finian take 1 psychic damage.
For Orin.
I'm kidding.
Orin.
I'm kidding. Orin,
Yeah,
sorry.
I just. Oh, that hurt me. Sick burn, girl. Ooh, I hate being an empath.
I didn't mean it meanly. I'm sorry. It just
No, that's fair. No,
In that
I
case.
I'm going to go prove you wrong. As Orin starts to stretch a little bit, and then tries to go slink into the water and.
Finian will take
Basically,
whatever clothes you're
forward
leaving
to seeing
for him.
you
Orin's plan is going to go to like the next ship over
Mm-hmm.
to swim along the edge of that and then circle back around behind Whisper.
Sure.
To
Okay.
scale up.
Is there anything Barty I can do to help him out, like inspiration
You
or?
could absolutely give Bardic Inspiration.
Yes. I'm not entirely. I inspire you. No, what is it? So Bardic Inspiration 3 times a day, bonus action, inspire a creature
Mhm.
with a D6 to add to a roll in the next 10 minutes.
Yep.
So,
Got it. Thank you
yeah.
for your.
Yeah, you're welcome.
The
You got
overwhelming
this.
faith she has in you.
Good to know somebody believes in me.
All
I'm
right.
watching
So
your
you
teams.
slip around and slip into the water. I would like you to make a stealth check.
That is a 17.
You
Okay.
cannonball into the water.
So you are swimming carefully along the water. Listen, you guys have been on a pirate crew. Swimming carefully through the water is something you're capable of, presumably. So yeah, you are moving quietly through the water. You're not being too splashy, and make your way around. You can see the tugs are just casting off. And you can hear other people coming aboard the Whisper as the crew comes back as you swim up to the Whisper. So you're going to try and scale the side of the Whisper, basically.
Yes. The
Okay.
back with all the fancy stuff on it, like the
Sure,
legends
yeah,
and the-
totally.
you know.
For that, I need a athletics check.
I'm going to roll that bardic inspiration that I got, and that's a 6 with my 12, so that is an 18.
All right, so you get the rudder under your
Thank you,
feet to
Sahina.
lift yourself up, and you have just amazing grip strength and grasp the stern and sort of haul yourself up, and climb up to the edge of the window.
Can I see an envelope that looks familiar?
Make a perception check.
16.
Okay. You can see that there's definitely something on the desk.
Okay.
Now, the question is Armand in here? And
I'm
I'm
going to say no.
open to different answers.
I agree.
Well, here's the thing.
Oh, he's already making this many deals.
I'm fine with Armand being... I have Mage Hand.
Uh-huh.
So
Oh, okay.
as long as Armand isn't like actively at the
Okay.
desk focused, then...
No, Armand seems to be changing clothes.
Ooh.
Focus, Arden, focus.
Yeah, gonna cast Mage Hand to try and slip the envelope.
What's
and
the
bring it
range on Mage Hand?
30 feet.
Okay. So yes, you Mage Hand, grab the envelope, it floats across. Just as it's getting to you, there's a gust of wind, and the envelope in the air does a little sort of thing, and Armand turns just as it gets to your hand.
I mean, I would be trying to immediately duck down, like, as
Okay.
he turns.
It says, "What?" And you hear footsteps coming across the room.
I
Pencil.
am going to use my
Straight
other
into the
spell
water.
slot to cast Sleep on Armand.
Oh!
Nice.
Roll them dice.
Oh boy.
Just as he leans out the windows.
The Sandman murder strikes again.
You throw sand in his face as he leans out. Pocket sand.
Pocket sand. This is ridiculous.
That is 49 hit points.
Okay, so yeah, you hear sort of clattering. You see Armand up here. He's got he has his rapier in his hand, scabbarded. He's shirtless and leans over, and you just sand right in his face. And he goes, "Oh." And yeah, I mean, he goes out. Like he collapses, hits his head on the ledge, and drops back into the room.
Okay.
Oh no! And he's concussed and asleep now. You did kill Armand.
Yeah, and then Orin. So are the tugs starting to move? Out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So then Orin is going to make haste to try and swim with keeping the envelope above water.
Okay.
Yep.
Just because he doesn't feel like he was hoping to have enough time to look at it before he swims in case something goes horribly wrong, but he doesn't feel like he has that time. So he's
all right. It's incredibly awkward,
Yeah.
but you are able to make your way away and get to a point on the pier.
Pick an apple.
That's right. I remember those instructions. Yeah, I was a Boy Scout. Learned all of them. And you haul yourself dripping up onto the pier with a mostly dry envelope clutched in your hand.
Is the point in which I get out of the water within 120 feet of the coffee shop?
Sure.
Then I'm almost at Armand. Nope, that's not my character's name. Orin points a finger at Sahaina and says, have the others meet me on the ship. And Orin starts walking down towards our ship.
Okay, guys, we gotta head to the ship.
All right.
Yeah. Oh, you guys didn't hear that? Yeah. Orin's ready to meet us over at the ship.
Here we go then.
Yeah, Orin opens the envelope as soon as he gets on the deck of our ship.
Okay. It looks to be an alchemical formula for some sort of substance. It seems to be an update. It's not full instructions. You get the impression that these are amendments to a formula.
Could a smart enough mind reverse engineer, though?
Possibly.
Finian.
So, yes. So, your crew makes it back to the ship. And I assume we are getting the heck out of Vale.
We're done here. Yeah.
Okay. So, yes, your ship
Toast
is
my bats,
towed.
you did it, Orin.
Oh my God.
Yes! Yes!
No one knows why that was so great.
That's incredible!
Casey, you absolutely receive a luck point for that and for declaring a catchphrase.
We didn't think it was possible.
Nothing can be added to this episode from that moment. Thank you all so much for watching Blades and Banners. The crew levels up. Level 3.
Hey!
If you, beloved viewer, would like to get in touch with us, you can find links to all the crazy things that this crew does down below, as well as links to our merch store and to our Discord. New episodes of Blades and Banners come out on Monday, and our Q&A show, The Ship's Log, comes out on Fridays on our YouTube channel. And until next time, Thanks for rolling with us.